So I got a fast one today. I got a thumb drive data recovery here. So someone came by, dropped this off, asking us if we do thumb drive data recovery, and yes we do. So in this case, it's, as you can see here, it's loose, and so the pins are broken internally in the connector. And I can show you through the microscope as well. This is tilting, it's basically off already. So in this case, it's okay because it's not actual damage, to the board itself. We don't have to transplant any of these chips to an identical board. So I can just solder on a new connector. Instead of just soldering the connector back on, I would have to find a suitable connector in the first place. I'm going to solder on this cable instead, so that way I don't put any stress on the board itself when I'm trying to extract the data. It's flexible, so I can just solder this on in place of the pins, where the pins would usually be, and I can just straight up connect this to the computer without putting much stress on it, because when you plug it in and out, like it's directly connected to the board, it might snap, depending on how the anchor points are, so it might snap even just putting it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the thumb drive, solder it onto this cable, and then I can put it onto the computer and then just transfer the data onto the new drive. So here you can see it's basically already off, and I can pretty much pull off. There we go. It's just on the anchor points. You can see here the connectors, the pins are completely broken off, and this is completely separate now. So, and we can just take these off, put some flux on it. Get some tweezers and get the cable directly straight back onto it. There we go. It comes straight off. No need to use hot air in this case. That would be unnecessary. So pins off. Let me just add some more solder. In this case, I'm just going to use what's on my table, which is the paste 183. Nice big blob of solder on each pad. And then what I can do, this is really going to be fast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now take these cables, I stripped them, and I'm going to put them on each pin. I'm just looking now which side is ground. So on these connectors, this is ground. So luckily none of the pads were missing. It's pretty simple data recovery. One done. So black, green, white. Green and white being the data lines. Obviously black is ground and red is power. It's good enough. Make sure they don't bridge between each other. There we go. So as you can see, right here, all done. So now I'm going to plug it into the computer. So now I'm going to plug it on the side of the monitor, which has USB ports coming from the computer. And I'm going to see if this is going to be picked up now. Wait, really? What? Okay, hold on. It's not getting picked up. So it's not getting picked up at the moment. I'm pretty sure that was the only thing wrong with it. So not sure why it's not getting picked up. Let's see. There's one component which is kind of knocked off as well. So let's see. Ground. Okay. This is grounded for some reason. It could be that this chip is gone. That wouldn't be good. Zero ohms. 0 ohms. Why is that ground? It's definitely not from this side. It could be an internal break in this case. It's possible that the board itself inside has a short somewhere. Because this shouldn't be shorted. Like both ends. Oh. Wait, it was gone for a second then. It's not making contact anywhere else, I don't think. Okay, let me take these off again. Just to see. Now you can see it's not making contact anywhere else. So I'm kind of confused. Ground, nothing. Obviously this is going to be that as well. These two pins are ground. Makes no sense to put a resistor here. Makes 0 sense to put a resistor here if they're both going to be ground. Let me see if I can maybe modify this somehow. And make it stick to the board. Actually, I can take this out, I think, maybe. Actually, let's just modify it. Take these off. I'm gonna flip these up a bit, but not enough to break them. Maybe there's something wrong with my cable, it's entirely possible. Okay, flip these up like this. And then I'm going to solder this on. Like that, kind of. Oh, no, I can't. It's not close enough. Okay, here's what I'll do instead. I'll solder this onto these anchor points on the side. If there's anything wrong with my cable, this will sort it out. Anchored on this side. Let's do some more, just in case. And let's do this side as well. Some flux. So that's anchored enough. And then what we're going to do is, I'm either going to bridge them by having it very dry or actually running jumpers. So sometimes if you have solder that's very dry, it'll like kind of bridge, it won't flow nice. So I'm going to take the flux off and then just build a bridge from it by using lots of solder. Kind of like that. If you had flux on it, it would probably not bridge like this. I just need to make sure it's not going to go onto the housing itself. Otherwise that would be a short to ground. There you go. That's another one. You can see it doesn't flow nice because of the lack of flux, but at least it might work. So this is what we have now. Kind of rigged it up a bit. This might work. Let's check it. So now I have the old connector back kind of, kind of rigged it up on there. It's not ideal, but it's making contact. So we'll see now if it's going to read it. Ah, Aha! It might have been the cable itself, maybe because it's such a long cable, it might have an issue sending that data through such a long cable or something. I'm not sure. Maybe the cable itself had issues. But yeah, so this is working now, as you can see on there. I'm gonna maybe blur some of this out. But yeah, so this camera's kind of in my face. But yeah, so if you have a data recovery on a thumb drive, usually it's quite simple. As you can see, it was quite quickly. Next time I might actually just skip this. This is how you usually do it, but I'm just going to skip this now and just try and salvage the actual connector next time. And so yeah, if you need any data recovery done, we can do that for you as well. You can just send us a message on our website in the description, or you can just learn from us and do it yourself. It's quite simple, in my opinion. Unless it's like, you know, a break through the board or something, then you would need a donor. But yeah, I managed to salvage the connector, and it's fully working now. We're going to transfer this data off and put it onto another stick for the customer, because we're obviously not going to give him like that. It might just break again. It's very fragile as it is now. So if you found this useful, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.